But again, to me, this game underscores what I think we've come to realize, or should have come to realize about this team, at least at this point of the season until something changes. The tiniest little mistakes, honestly, are very difficult for this team to overcome. And that's, to me, they lost the game because of a bunch of little things that each one on their own didn't seem like a big deal. But I guess if you add them all up, it contributed to them losing. And, go back to some base running. I think for Mean, there's no reason in the world on a bouncing ball to shortstop right in front of you that you try to take third base there. He gets thrown out. I know a run scored, so everybody was kind of happy. But when the next guy gets a hit and you don't score a run that inning, that's a run. Samad Taylor, I'm going to give him a pass. My goodness, his first time in Wrigley, the wind's blowing like crazy. Unfortunately, kind of misjudged that one fly ball. He agreed that he had misjudged it a little bit, so that cost him a run. There's a couple little things. Manny probably picks up that ground ball in the ninth inning 9 out of 10 times, but this was the one he didn't. It's not an error. Would have been a really good play, but it's one he's made him, so many times, and that changes the complexion of the inning. The point being, they don't hit a lot, right? They don't score a lot of runs, so every little mistake like that, Tony, I think is magnified, unfortunately, and it is going to be, for the foreseeable future.
Chris, you hit it on the head, man. I think that is really we haven't described it that way, I don't think, all year, and that is that they have very small margin for error.
Yeah.
And when they make it more often than not, we end up on the wrong side of those deals. I think that's really how you couch it. I mean, certainly got a better start from
Griffin
Canning yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yesterday.
He had to walk the first hitter just to get me nervous, but he bounced back from that a little bit.
How about the first inning challenge that seemed to kind of get him back on the right path? He challenges the pitch to Bush. It turns into a strikeout. And from that point on, he really was rolling. It had a pretty good groove. But, Padres, they shot themselves in the foot from the standpoint of a lot of opportunity to have a big inning, didn't do it. Then you mentioned all the little things, running the third. We talked about it on the radio here, me and Jesse, and very next guy gets a knock, and that should be at least a challenge for a run. There was just no opportunity, and so when you lose a game by one run, all those things magnified.